I just asked them, are they ready? All right. Yeah, well, Cheep says he's ready. He's saying good luck, have fun. All right.
Exciting.
Good luck, have fun. Yo, let's do this. All right. So we see Cheep starting off with the DT cannon and Ajanba really quick with the first PC, but the clean garbage on Cheep is just able to send it back instantly. Gets the fractal as well. We see Ajanba going up, trying to just cancel out just a few lines there. His board looking a little bit cheesy, but he's able to open this up now with that T-spin double into the back-to-back Tetris, and Cheep just responds with his own Tetris there. And Cheep going for a little bit of an extra down stack, trying to add a bit of cheese onto his board, but with the Z piece misdrop, he's able to clear it very quickly. Well, nicely done for Cheep there, and he's ready to send this garbage back to Ajanba. But we see Ajanba, and he's still going ham with all these T-spins. He's got a triple double setup here. Had to use the T piece, but he has that next one in the queue, and he might try to get this T-spin back-to-back T-spin double off with a bit of an extended combo into the Tetris as well. And apparently, well, someone has just said that you're actually getting some lag, which is a bit unfortunate.
I'm working on it.
Okay,
all right.
I'll just carry on. But here we see Cheep getting that T-spin double into, well, actually just sending the 3 lines, but he needs to open up that second column, which he does, gets the Tetris into the back-to-back T-spin, and sets himself up ready for an extra T-spin double here. Had to use the T-piece, and that was going to cost him the round. Maybe he was looking one piece too early. All right, but we see TKI for Cheep and Ajanba with the PC. He does have a garbage already on his board, so they're not going to be able to follow up on any further PCs. But he's clearing up his board really nicely, making sure he tries to open up that middle column for that Tetris and sets up a nice fractal after that. But we see Cheep here, he's getting his own T-spin double as well, making sure he counts up to 4, so he's able to keep up with the back-to-back bonus as well, and then he goes for a nice down stack. I mean, whenever Cheep plays, he really likes to try to utilize his the spike damage, and he does tend to put his stack at it puts his stack in a bit of danger, but he's able to get some really nice line clears as he's going for the down stacks and recovering his board. But we did see Ajanba having a bit of trouble there, but he's able to just quickly recover. But I see a few misdrops here and there, but it's not going to be too much of a problem. He's working through the cheese, opens up for the T-spin double, and now he goes for the 1 line skim. Very nice to see, and then for him to just send the Tetris. Now he has a 0-9 stack going on his board. But we see Cheep now. He's able to get this T-spin double into the back-to-back and follows it up with a nice pressure onto Ajanba. And Ajanba is really ham now, trying to get this, trying to make sure he's get that Tetris, and he sets himself up for a nice prophecy into a down stack, into another T-spin double. And we see Cheep there making sure he's able on his own, trying to stay on board as well. But we see Ajanba though. Look at that misdrop. But he turns it into a really nice T-spin double now. And oh man, a few more misdrops coming through from Cheep. And this might put him under serious pressure. And look at the spike damage from Ajanba. Insane.
That was crazy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like Ajanba is he's so good at just finding the right time to spike. But
yeah.
as we say that, kind of misdropping his opener a little bit there. Cheep sending a little bit of cheese, but Ajanba able to cancel it out, only tanking clean, and now he's a huge well, and so does Cheep. We'll see who's able to use theirs better. Cheep stack looking like it might be a little messy, and that's gonna probably cost him the round.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, I saw Ajanba streaming earlier today. He was playing a whole so many games versus Riduru, and he was just going ham, like maintaining over 150 APM for like a good solid 2 minutes. And yeah, just amazing to see. But we see in here, we see Cheep still. He's stacking up. Well, he did stack up with the Tetris. He does have. He's getting some really nice clean garbage, but he did have a bit of a misdrop there on the J piece, but able to recover really nicely. Both of them now at the bottom of their board, but we see Ajanba making sure he adds 2 extra lines on top of that Tetris stack, so he's able to not break this back to back as well. And we see Cheep here. He's getting pressured. He's getting pressured quite hard at the moment. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle what's coming now from Ajanba with all these back-to-back T-spins. And he goes for a nice combo down stack, but didn't get that T-spin off. But he's able to set himself up with another T-spin double into the down stack. Cheep under so much pressure. Is he going to be able to get out of this? But the clean garbage might just come in handy for him. And no, the misdrop from Ajanba. No, not like this. This is Cheep's moment.
Damn.
Yeah,
What
that's
a
it.
crazy comeback. Like, it looked like it was so over there, but then Cheep was able to get, like, just find his way out of that.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ajanba, like, messing up a little bit. Looks like Cheep able to access as well. Ajanba stacking pretty high. I don't know if he's going for, like, a combo here, but it did send a little bit of cheese to Cheep, so I wonder how he's going to deal with that. Looks like he's getting down pretty cleanly, though. And, yeah, Ajanba setting up a very nice spike there, but Cheep ready for it, able to counter. Looks like Cheep is kind of able to downstack pretty well here right now. Like he's definitely like being able to deal with Ajanba's spikes, and Ajanba with a pretty big misdrop. Looks like this might be the game. Yeah, second misdrop on the J.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate from Ajanba there. He is normally able to recover from like a good few misdrops, but when it's just too many, that's it. You're just out. But look at this crazy damage.
That was insane. Jesus. How does he do it? 212 APM on Jstris. Like that's crazy. Those are Tetrio numbers right there.
You don't need no multiplier.
Yeah.
My god.
Looks like Cheep not able to get the second PC. But Ajanba again, a lot of misdrops here. He's having a lot of trouble just kind of keeping his playfield clean here, it feels like. And maybe he's trying to go a little too fast, but either way, he's still sort of finding a pretty clean way out of it, and finding a way to like maintain a pretty good defensive position where he's always ready to send something. And now Cheep, it looks like he's gonna get topped out there all of a sudden. Nice spike.
I mean, just seeing Ajanba, like making sure he has like as very few Minos that he's placed on his own board, and just making sure tries to utilize the garbage effectively. But we're seeing here T-spin double from Ajanba. Opens up that ninth column ready. He preserves that garbage stack just in case we got spiked there from Cheep. But we're seeing here Cheep getting his own Tetris, opens up his board again to send another Tetris. Might try to go for a bit of a combo down stack here, and there he goes, gets the T-spin double. He can find himself, there he goes, find himself sending a few bits of cheese now to Ajanba, but Ajanba going ham right now with the speed. It's insane. And all right, I think Cheep was trying to decide whether to go for a T-spin, but just the thinking timing just actually costing him the round as well.
Yeah, that was a crazy spike from Ajanba. He's just again able to just find that weakness at just the right time and then send pressure at the right moment. But Cheep with a really bad misdrop there. Is he gonna find a way out? He gets a nice 180 there, but is that gonna be enough? He's still in a pretty rough spot. Now he's out. He's out now. Ajanba not able to pressure enough, it looks like. And now Ajanba, the one with the misdrop here. And Cheep with a really nice downstack. So Ajanba is alive, but he does have a lot of cheese on his field. So we'll have to see how he deals with that. If Cheep can just kind of keep up a good amount of pressure here, we might see him take the round. But Ajanba slowly getting down here and able to kind of fix up his field. Yeah, Cheep not really finding the APM to put on to top out Ajanba, and now both of them pretty even positioning. Oh, except Cheep covers as well. Yeah.
I feel like in that situation where Cheep just sent Ajanba to the top, it would have been good to try and like do a side forward attempt or something, while Ajanba was trying to like just work through his garbage. But look at that down stack, amazing from Ajanba right there as well. He did have a bit of a misdrop, but he was able to convert that into a really nice T-spin double, and opens up again with another T-spin double, intercepting that Tetris. And again, just making sure he's working around this garbage right now to keep up with the back-to-backs, and making sure that wherever lines he clears, it's either just going to be a combo or a skim, or just to actually send back-to-backs to Cheep. But even though he's still sent to the top, he's still holding his own right now, and he gets that T-spin double. But we see Cheep here, his board is looking really cheesed up, but I think he's able to get out of this. He needs the I piece, or even in fact that T piece. There he goes, and there he goes, tries to opens up, but again all these few lines of garbage that's just making Cheep work through all the way down. I don't know if he's gonna be able to constantly handle this. But look at this, look at that was really nice. Just a very clean garbage on his own board. Just all he needed was those two eyepieces and just sends them back. And Ajanba still not phased at all, but he's making some few misdrops on his own end right there. He's able to nicely get rid of that with the use of the O piece there as well. And we might just see a bit of a side 3-wide come in now, making sure, and also just being sure with that garbage on that left side just helped him tremendously, and just being able to top out Cheep there.
Yeah, and Ajanba with big lead going into this. Nice little shadow blade from him there. Oh, Cheep having a little bit of trouble. Oh, that misdrop isn't gonna do him any favors, and that was quick.
Yeah,
That's
that
how
was
it
really
goes, you
rough.
know. Ajanba's pressure is just crazy. That's what he wants
Exactly.
it to be.
And like just even just with his T-spin subs, even the residue that he leaves over, he's able to just make good use of those with overhangs for his next upcoming T pieces, and that's just really amazing stacking right there from Ajanba to see. And he needs to really open up this. Well, there he goes. Opens up that left side, and he gets the nice T-spin triple down. But Cheep had to abandon his T-spin double setup there. Has to go for the single now, trying to do what he can in order to survive. But he's able to open up the column. Very nice skim to create the kicker for that T-spin as well, making sure that he gets that T-spin double off. But we see Ajanba getting that T-spin double into the down stack as well, and just topping out Cheep in the process.
And that's the set already. That's how quick
Oh
it
wow,
goes.
10-2.
Yeah.
GG's.
Could you do me a favor and link Vince L and Whip this room as well?
Oh yeah,
That'd
sure.
be cool. Thank you. So yeah, next up, who's in here? So